Hello everyone, and welcome back to part number 2 of our Tribute to Normandy 44 DLC preview. As we go into the first of the new Axis divisions in Sail Division 2. And as always, this is a preview build, so changes might apply. And yeah, text, for example, for the division is still missing, but we have it in Normandy 44, so let it come in here. And yeah, 2nd Panzer is one of the OG Panzer divisions of the Wehrmacht, and it is represented in game with a lot of classic equipment there as well, and yeah, being seen as one of the best divisions on the Western Front in 44. So that is also represented in game. Let's jump in here and let's have a look. By the way, leave a follow down below if you want to see more SD2 content. We will have a good bit more with future league seasons and so on this second channel here. And yeah, let's jump in here and let's start into the Recon tab. And as you can see, it's a pretty standard with a lot of like tank division lineup here. And if you look into the tank tab, it's also a pretty standard lineup here in tanks. So on first glance, it looks pretty classic, but it has a twist. And that twist is that you will have to rely on your recon vehicles in A phase. Your tanks only come from B phase onward, and that makes it an interesting division for sure. If you have a look here, you get Aufklärers with up to 251s here, Spättruppen with 251s as well. So that's pretty classic. But then you get a card of 250/8s in A phase, 250/9 in A phase with their 20mm, SPW 231 in A phase on high veterancy, 233 on pretty high veterancy here as well, with their pretty solid 75mm HE gun that can also fire some heat shells. The Stummel cannon here, the Puma with its classic 50mm, gonna be key in A. You get 2 cards of these, so they can carry you through A phase, and you get them with pretty good availability in veterancy as well. You can have up to 10 Pumas in A, so that's gonna be interesting. And yeah, the tanks only come from B phase onward, including the Recon tanks. You have a Panther D Aufklärer here as well. You have some Panzer 4Js. But yes, the Pumas and the SPWs need to carry you through A, but I also think they can. So it's gonna be quite cool, quite fast gameplay here in A phase with this division. And then from B phase onwards, you're gonna bring the bigger guns. And yep, Infantry tab, classic tank division tab as well, including the limitation in cards. You get nothing special here, really. You get some Volksdeutsche, which is nice, to at least have 1 card of these guys, so you have some cheaper 2 MG unit here, and then classic Panzer Grenadiers, including the Panzerfaust version, Sturm Pioneers with their flamethrowers, normal Pioneers, and then the classic leaders, Pioneer, Panzer Grenadier Führer with Panzerfaust, and the normal Panzer Grenadier Führer with Smoke, so nothing really special here. Tank tab, pretty classic units as well, but yeah, the twist all come from B phase onward instead of coming in from the get-go. Stuk 3Gs, Panther A's, Panther Gs. Quite the numerous units here. You get 4 cards of Panther Gs if you really want, or 4 cards of Panther A if you really want. So you can play 8 Panther cards, or 10 Panther cards if you to put in the leaders, which is more than you can slot in here if you really want to. Slot out all 9 with Panthers, but yes, you have the options of the classic German tanks here, which is nice. And yeah, from B phase onwards, they gonna wreak havoc. Some Stuks in B phase, gonna be cool as well. And then support, you get some cool stuff as well, including 3 cards of Borgwarts, though they unfortunately come from B phase onward as well, as the Allied Air Force, I believe that's kind of the narrative here, delays the tanks from reaching the beachheads. Yeah, and the Borgwarts are part of that, so a bit unfortunate. No Borgwart memes in the beginning of the game, which is usually where they're the strongest. Grille and IG-33s, good fire support there. You get some solid leaders here as well, with Ramsch even as a ace here with Panzer 4, and then a Panther leader as well. Flammenwerfer, yeah, pretty solid support tab here with the Flammenpanzer half-track as well, and the 2 good support weapons here, flamethrowers, MGs. A really solid support tab, really solid availability here as well, like 6 cards with only 1 or 2 costs, that's pretty good. So solid, strong support tab. Anti-tank tab, not quite as great. Yes, you get 3 cards of Pack 40s, but you don't get any Pack 38s or cheaper AT weapons, which is gonna be a problem in this deck. Those can come in A phase, so those gonna be your AT next to your Recon vehicles like the Pumas, and then Jagdpanzer from B onward as well. The Jagdpanzer 4 AO here. Yeah, strong little vehicle. 145mm frontal armor, so that also penetration, 110mm frontal armor. That thing for sure can take some shots, and yep, as always, gonna be a pretty strong addition to the lineup as well. But overarching, like yeah, the tanks and the Jagdpanzer here fitting somewhat well together, but I don't think you're gonna play these super much. Panzer, it's nice to have, and you might need it, as yeah, early on, stronger vehicles like Shermans or so on might be a problem, though if you use the Pumas right, you can deal with them as well. AA, you get some Flak 37s, you get some Gepards, get some Flak Feelings on the SDKZ 7/1, so pretty decent AA tab here. No mid-size AA, no 37mm, a bit of a weakness, but not too painful, as you have all you need really to cover yourself against air. The Gepard, nice to keep with your tanks, as it comes with high veterancy as well, though unfortunately only coming from B phase onward, so that's a bit painful here. Flak 38, 20mm, and A phase only, and they are not that amazing. Artillery, a solid tab as well. You get all the classic self-propelled stuff with the Hummel, with both mortar versions, and the Vespa. You get also the classics here, really, the Leichtfeldhaubitze, the Schwere Kanone 18, the Schwere Feldhaubitze. All the classic German artillery pieces are here. None of them are amazing. All of them are workable, and you get a decent amount of availability on all of it as well. So that is pretty solid. Beobachter here coming around. Obviously, infantry also. Volksdeutsche and Co. can come in half-tracks. I always kind of forget about that, but nothing super special here for the for those. The leaders get the cooler options here, including the 20mm one again. Can the MG? I didn't check that. Yeah, the MG can come in the AA version as well, so that is pretty cool. You get some cheap luck options actually in A phase with that. Yeah, there was STKZ with 5117D, pretty helpful. They helped you in other divisions before as well, so they will be helpful here with the Panzer Grenadier leaders. With the Pioneer Führers can come with them as well. You get 6 of them, so that's actually quite nice. Oh no, we get 4 of them. That's still quite nice AA for the early game. And then Air Tab. You get a decent coverage as well. For a Normandy division, that's pretty solid. You get Focke-Wulf F8s, which are decent fighters. You get Focke-Wulf fighter bombers. You get a pretty sizable Ju-88 bomber. Not the greatest availability, but it does the job. And yeah, Ju-88 fighter, not something you really want to use, but yeah, even a pinch, it can come with a decent amount of cannons as well. 65 points, pretty cheap. So if you want to use it, you can use that one as well. Pretty decent air tab here. So all around, a quite solid division. Yeah, plays around its early recon with support of some standard infantry. Not having that much CQC infantry to follow it up with, maybe a bit of a weakness. If you could have some special CQC force together with these vehicles, that could be quite the punching power. Without it, your recon vehicles are kind of stranded, I feel like. But we're gonna see how it plays out. Second Panzer for sure. A bit more interesting take on the standard German tank division without being like going off the rails completely. So it's still your German tank division with a slightly more interesting lineup variation. And yep, that is Second Panzer. Consider leaving a like and some comments down below to help out the channel. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye, and have a great day.